sorry about that. Another couple options that you're going to have in the system is, let's say you don't want to do that. I don't have a bank account. I don't have a Visa card. I don't want to put it on my Visa card in my wallet. I don't want to do any of this stuff. You actually have the option to open up an offshore bank account in the system and have us put the money in there. A lot of international customers prefer to do that because of the cost of moving funds. Now, there is a cost to set up that international banking account, but it's not much. It's less than $50 US. So if you really want an international account, it's pretty cool. You can have that. If Telex Free decides to issue you a pay card someday, we've thought about doing that, you'd be able to load those funds on your pay card. So that option's in there too. Here's another great option. You can still use your commission to pay your Telex Free invoice. We call it commission recycling. And you'll be able to say, I want to pay invoice number 12345, and the funds will come right out, go back to Telex Free. And check this out. If you don't have enough in your commission to pay the invoice in question, we'll actually take the difference off your credit card if you have one on file or you want to give us a card. So there's a lot of functionality that you'll see in the system that offers great flexibility to get your funds or recycle your funds. The system also has a functionality that no one else has, and it's called a virtual card. Let's say, hypothetically, your friend wants to sign up for Telex Free. It doesn't have a credit card, doesn't have a bank account, doesn't have any money, and you really want to help him out. You can create a virtual card for that guy, and it will give you a Visa or MasterCard number, and you can put funds on that virtual card for that guy. So let's say he wants to sign up and get himself an Ad Central, and you need to put $300 on his card so he can do what he needs to do. You just take it out of your commission, move it over to his virtual card. You give him the number. He goes to the system and signs up, puts in the virtual card number. We charge it. Everyone's happy. He gets what he needs. We get what we need. And you get what you need. So the virtual card opportunity is pretty flexible because you can create as many virtual cards as you want. There are some limitations, but we probably won't get there. But that functionality is there to give you some flexibility to give funds to another guy. We also give you the ability to transfer funds from your GPG account to another GPG account for another Telex Free rep. So let's say that guy's a rep and he just needs to pay an invoice and he's short on cash and you're going to help him out. You say, well, I want to send $300 to Steve. Here's his account number, or here's his login name, or some unique information. And we'll move that funds over to him and take them out of yours. So just it's kind of the same functionality you already have in the system. We're just going to do it through this new system. So at the end of the day, what you have is you have a complete system that's controlled by the banking industry for matters of security, flexibility, and options that offers you the most flexible way for you to either get your funds or move those funds to another user, another person, another rep, or to a variety of different accounts that you may have. And you can switch it around anytime you want. If you want to get funds on your Visa card this week, and next week you want to ACH them to your checking account, you can do that. Just log in, a couple clicks. You can even say with automation, I want this to happen every week. I don't want to log into my GPG account. I just want it to happen. You can make it so your default method is whatever you choose, and when a commission lands in there and is acceptable for you to withdraw, the funds will just move out. We'll even tell you about it by sending you a text message to your phone if you put your phone number in and tell us who your carrier is. We'll say, hey, your commission's been moved, or you've earned a commission, we've loaded a commission, and it's ready for you to have. So, of course, you're going to get an email that says that, and you'll always be able to get this information from your payee gateway, or your payee dashboard when you get there. So lots of information will be in there, lots of flexibility. We've also got some functions that are in there that I'll tease you about, but we're not going to offer to you right away. And that is the ability for things to happen automatically, meaning if you have an open invoice and you have a commission, we can actually make it so it'll automatically pay that invoice for you. That's a functionality that we need to turn on once we do some tweaking to make sure it works the way that we want. But it's in that system. It's going to be ready for you. So once we turn it on, it'll just appear in your payee gateway so you can take care of business. So I apologize for not having that demo ready for you. There's just been so much going on to try to get this ready that I neglected to realize I couldn't log into the account until I activated it, and I didn't want to go through the activation process in this account because it's on our staging environment, so it's not really appropriate to do so. But with that, I'm going to pass it back to Steve and see if Steve has any questions or if he wants to open up questions to the field. And I can answer any of those questions for you and give you any more information that you might need.
You hear me okay, Jay?
Steve, are you there, bud?
I am. Are you there?
Okay, great. Yes, I'm still here.
Awesome. That was very informative, and just so that everybody on the call knows, what Jay was saying. Jay was working diligently all through the night last night and into today to try to get that demo up and running, and we thought it was most important to really explain what is here. And as Jay said, it will be going live today. But I think you covered everything that most people had questions on, Jay. The only thing that I was going to ask you is once funds are available, they move out of Telex Free's back office, they move into GPG, we wait that window of time, and as you said, there's a pending window and there's an available window. Somebody goes into their pending window, it shows commissions earned, waiting till it gets to that next window, which I fully understand, and as everyone on this call has heard me many, many, many times, we are battling with many issues of fraud that we need to resolve, and we need to make sure that that money is real money. So once it's past that, it's come to available funds. Now I go into my GPG page, and it's available funds. How quick do I get that money?
Well, and I hid my screen for a minute, just so you know. I'm going to try to log into a payee gateway while I'm talking to you guys. The time that it takes to get your funds is going to be kind of the same as it is now, with the addition of a little bit of time. And let me explain. Right now you get funds. There's a couple things I'll try to explain. First of all, during this transition of going from not using GPG to using GPG, there's going to be a time where you will see some information in your back office now, and the ability to withdraw funds, for instance, and you'll have your GPG account. The reason for that is transitionary period. I need to make sure that I get any funds that you have in your existing system over into your GPG account. And I want to make sure everyone knows we're on the up and up, right? So I want you to be able to see, hey, there's $300 there and there's $300 there. Once that $300 is in GPG, your ability to ask to withdraw the funds from your regular back office is going to go away. So during that transition, we just have to make sure that we have the information in place so everyone knows they're good. As far as the time goes, you'll see that data in your GPG payee dashboard indicating what commission's been earned in a pending status right when the commission run is done. And I believe you have an existing wait time of 7 days from the time that happens to the time you can withdraw funds. And there may be additional time on there so we can ensure that our fraud screening has time, but I don't know that with 100% validity right now if that's going to change. So I'll say there is a potential for it to be a little bit longer a period of time before you can withdraw those funds. But we're hoping that if it is a little bit longer time, it's not that much longer, and it'll roll over nicely, so you'll have a flexible method during that transitionary period.
The system that's in place now, I know that many people come to me on, they have Tuesdays to withdraw. They go in and withdraw on Tuesdays, and the system was supposed to get it to their accounts Thursday, Friday, the following week. Now, as you know, the technical stuff we've dealt with, the increased payouts that we've dealt with, and we have actually, sometimes that has exceeded into the following Monday, Tuesday, and so sometimes it's as much as 2 weeks. On the new system, once we're up and running and in not the new platform, but the new payout, the GPG way, which we'll be running today, once we're on that and we have a defined time pay line that's in there, will it ever go outside of those parameters, or will it be most of the time pretty consistent on those parameters?
It'll be pretty consistent on those parameters. As a matter of fact, during the first stage of this rollout, we're going to be kind of doing everything. There'll be a lot of people involved doing everything to make sure everything's right. So, but later on down the road, a couple weeks from now, it'll kind of be an automated process. So once those commissions are earned, one click will push them all over into GPG. And then it's just up to us to do a little bit of reporting to make sure that the fraud piece is handled appropriately. So ideally, we want to have, a regularly scheduled time when people know, if you earned a commission on this day, it's available to get the funds on that day. Different companies do it different ways. So we're trying to actually take some of the things that Telex Free does it and some of the ways that other large organizations do it and kind of blend it into one comfortable method that allows us the time we need to check for fraud, or what I called clawback, and also give the agents their funds in a timely fashion. So that just remains to be seen. The typical, just the very typical, is 2 weeks. 2 weeks from the day you earn that commission, you get paid that commission, and the funds are available for you to withdraw. And during that 2 weeks, we call those commissions like preview commissions. You kind of know what you're earned, unless there's something that could change that. And then when the time comes that run is paid, there is no waiting period to get the funds anymore. So you get paid and the funds are available at the same time. The way you guys do it now is we show you what you're going to get paid, then we wait a week to pay it, then you have to wait a week to actually withdraw the funds. So it's similar in time, but the process flow is going to be a little bit different.
Well, I think the most exciting part about that process is that when I'm in my back office and I see funds available, I can click on funds available and I can get those funds immediately, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's really, at the end of the day, what makes it really great, because it's real time, and once they're in there, basically you'll know that, even though you'll know by the status what it is. So if the status is pending, if all is on the up and up and you're good to go, then you'll know that that's the amount that you have available. And of course, what's really cool is you get text messages or emails, on those kinds of things, so you'll know with some kind of instant information that we all kind of need nowadays, kind of what's happening. So hopefully it'll be, the functionality of using GPG is that we've got the most robust system that money can buy, and ultimately the bugs of how the funds get in there and when you can get them, that's just something that's going to kind of work itself out. But at the end of the day, when you're in a commission, you're going to have the state-of-the-art system to get those funds to you anywhere in the world over a variety of different methods. And I think that that's the most important thing to know, is that it's the functionality and security that we were trying to get by moving to this system, because the one that we have is a homegrown solution that has challenges along the way all the time. So with that, I think it'll be a much better system all the way around. And there'll probably be little hurdles here and there that we don't expect, or hey, I used to do this and now I have to do that kind of thing. And we'll just kind of work it out. Fortunately, the guys over at GPG are awesome, and if we need something tweaked or changed, they can do it in a couple days. And that's going to really take a load off of our IT staff and development staff when something needs to happen, because we've got a third party to rely on now that has their own staff and can really manage this stuff. So, I think all in all, it'll be a great system for everyone.